Welcome, intrepid travelers, to a land nestled in the very heart of Europe, a realm where fairy tales are not just stories, but are carved into the stone of 1,000 castles. Today, we embark on an extraordinary journey to the Czech Republic, a country where the echoes of kings mingle with the vibrant rhythm of modern life, and where every cobblestone street tells a story of romance, revolution, and resilience. Often imagined through the lens of its iconic capital, Prague, the Czech Republic is a nation far deeper than its popular images suggest. It is the historic Kingdom of Bohemia, the birthplace of the world's finest lager, and a vibrant tapestry of regional identities, from the rolling vineyards of Moravia to the dramatic landscapes of its national parks. What truly defines life in this European jewel? In this documentary, we will move beyond the stereotypes to uncover the true spirit of the Czech Republic. We will explore Prague's magical wonders and modern pulse, journey to its medieval towns and majestic castles, and immerse ourselves in its rich food, legendary beer, and cherished traditions. We will discover what shapes daily life here in 2025, and why this nation continues to captivate the world with its enduring legacy of beauty and perseverance. Join us as we navigate the winding alleys of Prague, the sun-drenched vineyards of Moravia, and the serene forested landscapes of its countryside. Prepare to see the Czech Republic not just as a destination, but as a living, breathing entity, constantly evolving, perpetually enchanting, and undeniably captivating. This is a journey into the heart and soul of a nation. This is life in the Czech Republic. Our journey into the heart of the Czech Republic begins, as it must, in Prague. This is not merely a city, it is a living, breathing fairy tale, a symphony of stone and gold that has enchanted artists, writers, and travelers for 1,000 years. To walk through Prague is to walk through the pages of a history book, where Gothic grandeur, Renaissance elegance, and Baroque drama converge to create one of the world's most beautiful and best preserved urban landscapes. It is a city that wears its history not as a relic, but as a crown. Dominating the city skyline from its majestic perch across the Vltava River is the Prague Castle complex, a sprawling testament to the ambition and faith of the Czech nation. For over a millennium, this has been the seat of power, home to Czech kings, Holy Roman emperors, and modern-day presidents. It is not a single fortress, but a vast collection of palaces, churches, and fortifications. At its very heart, soaring towards the heavens, stands the awe-inspiring St. Vitus Cathedral, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture that took nearly 600 years to complete. Its sheer scale and intricate detail are breathtaking. Inside, sunlight filters through magnificent stained glass windows, casting a piece of Art Nouveau by the celebrated Czech artist Alfons Mucha tells the story of Saints Cyril and Methodius with a uniquely modern grace. The cathedral's spiritual core is the saint. Wenceslas Chapel, a sacred space adorned with over 1,300 semi-precious stones and paintings depicting the life of the nation's patron saint. To stand here is to feel the spiritual and national heartbeat of the Czech people. Flowing gracefully beneath the castle is the Vltava River, spanned by the city's most iconic landmark, the Charles Bridge. Commissioned by its namesake, King Charles IV, in the 14th century, this stone bridge is far more than a simple crossing. It is an open-air gallery of art and a stage for life itself. 30 Baroque statues of saints stand as silent guardians along its length, each with a story to tell. To cross the Charles Bridge at dawn, as the morning mist rises from the river and the first rays of sunlight illuminate the castle's spires, is a truly magical, almost spiritual experience. By day, it transforms into a vibrant artery, bustling with artists sketching portraits, musicians filling the air with melody, and travelers from every corner of the globe, all moving between the two historic halves of the city. At the end of the bridge lies the Old Town Square, Prague's historic and emotional center for centuries. It is a breathtaking panorama of architectural styles, from the dramatic twin Gothic spires of the Church of Our Lady before Teen to the elegant Baroque facade of St. Nicholas Church. This square has been the city's primary stage, witnessing royal coronations, joyous celebrations, solemn protests, and pivotal moments in the nation's history. But its most famous feature, drawing crowds every hour, is the magnificent astronomical clock. A marvel of medieval engineering from the 15th century, it does more than just tell time. Its complex dials track the sun, the moon, the zodiac, and ancient Bohemian time. On the hour, a spectacle unfolds as figures of the 12 apostles emerge and parade past. A brief but charming ritual that has captivated onlookers for over 600 years. It is a beautiful reminder of a time when science, art, and faith were inextricably linked. Across the river, nestled at the foot of the castle, is the enchanting district of Mala Strana, the lesser town. This area feels like a perfectly preserved Baroque garden. Its quiet, cobblestone streets, hidden courtyards, and grand palaces offer a peaceful respite from the crowds of the old town. Here, the magnificent dome of another St. Nicholas Church, a masterpiece of high Baroque, dominates the skyline. Its opulent interior, with its stunning frescoes and statues, is a testament to the dramatic and emotional power of the era's art. A short walk from here leads to Kampa Island. The Old Town is the historic Jewish quarter, or Yosifov. Its story is one of both profound tragedy and incredible resilience. For centuries, Prague's Jewish community was confined to this small ghetto. Today, its synagogues and the hauntingly beautiful Old Jewish Cemetery stand as powerful monuments to their history. The cemetery, with its thousands of weathered tombstones layered one on top of another over centuries, is a deeply moving sight. The Spanish synagogue, with its stunning Moorish-style interior, showcases the rich cultural heritage of this community. This is also the world of Franz Kafka, the brilliant and tormented writer whose spirit still haunts these streets. To walk through Yosifov is to confront the darkest chapters of European history, while marveling at the endurance of a culture that has contributed so much to the city's identity. Yet, for all its history, Prague is no mere museum. It is a dynamic, modern metropolis where daily life unfolds with a contemporary energy. Beyond the historic core, in trendy neighborhoods like Vinohrady, with its beautiful Art Nouveau apartment buildings and leafy parks, or the Bohemian district of Žižkov, known for its quirky bars and the iconic TV tower, you find the real, living city. Here, farmers' markets buzz with activity. Modern cafes serve artisanal coffee, and vibrant art spaces showcase the work of the younger generation. Trams glide efficiently past centuries-old facades, connecting the past to the present. The people of Prague, a mix of native Praguers, students, and a thriving international community, live their lives in the shadow of history, but their faces are turned firmly towards the future. Prague, the eternal city of Bohemia, continues to inspire, a timeless beauty that is forever young, forever evolving, and forever captivating. While Prague may be the dazzling jewel in the Czech crown, the true soul of the country often reveals itself beyond the capital's golden spires. To journey through the Czech countryside is to step into a world of diverse landscapes and living history, a rich tapestry woven from the distinct characters of its two historic lands, Bohemia and Moravia. Here, in the rolling hills, dense forests, and ancient towns, the nation's story unfolds in 1,000 different ways. Our first venture beyond Prague takes us south, into the heart of southern Bohemia, a region of serene lakes, deep forests, and towns so picturesque they seem to have been plucked from the pages of a fairy tale. None is more famous than Český Krumlov, designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, This town is a masterpiece of medieval urban planning, nestled in a tight embrace of the Vltava River. Its labyrinthine streets, lined with Renaissance and Baroque houses, spiral outwards from a central square, creating a scene of almost impossible charm. Dominating the town from a rocky promontory, a multicolored tower rises above the red-tiled roofs, offering breathtaking views of the river snaking below. The castle complex is a journey through centuries of aristocratic life, but its greatest treasure is one of the world's best-preserved Baroque theaters. Complete with its original stage machinery, sets, and props, it offers a rare and magical glimpse into the world of 18th century opera. Not far from here, the region boasts another architectural gem, Luboka Castle. Rebuilt in the 19th century in a romantic, neo-Gothic style inspired by England's Windsor Castle, its brilliant white turrets and ornate interiors stand in stark contrast to the more rugged fortresses of the medieval era, showcasing the opulent lifestyle of the Schwarzenberg family who once called it home. From the romantic charm of the south, we travel to a place that was once the economic engine of the kingdom, Kutna Hora. In the Middle Ages, this was one of the most important cities in Europe, its prosperity built on the vast silver mines that lay beneath it. The silver from Kutna Hora funded the ambitions of kings and helped build the splendor of Prague. Today, its historical significance is evident in the stunning St. Barbara's Church, a Gothic masterpiece dedicated to the patron saint of miners. Its soaring, tent-like roof and intricate vaulting were designed to rival Prague's own St. Vitus Cathedral. Yet for all its grandeur, Kutna Hora is most famous for a small, unassuming chapel on its outskirts, the Sedlec Ossuary, the Bone Church. Inside, the bones of tens of thousands of people have been artistically arranged to form chandeliers, coats of arms, and garlands. It is a sobering and unforgettable monument to the fragility of life and the certainty of death. A powerful work of macabre art that leaves a lasting impression on all who visit. The Czech Republic is rightly called the land of castles, and no journey through Bohemia would be complete without visiting Karlstein Castle. Just a short journey from Prague, this formidable Gothic fortress was founded by the Holy Roman Emperor Charles IV, not as a home, but as a heavily fortified treasury. Perched dramatically on a hilltop, its tiered layout was designed for ultimate defense, with its most sacred space, the Chapel of the Holy Cross, located in the Great Tower at the highest point. This chapel was built to safeguard the crown jewels of the Holy Roman Empire and a priceless collection of holy relics. Its walls are adorned with over 2,000 semi-precious stones and a collection of 129 panel paintings by Master Theodoric, creating a space that was meant to be a terrestrial reflection of the heavenly Jerusalem. Karlstein is more than a castle. It is a symbol of Charles IV's vision of a kingdom built on both political power and divine right. Leaving the historic heartland of Bohemia, we journey east to Moravia, a land with its own distinct culture, dialect, and traditions. Republic's vibrant second city. Long in Prague's shadow, Brno has emerged as a dynamic hub of education, technology, and innovation, often called the Czech Silicon Valley. The city's architectural landscape is a fascinating mix of historic buildings and 20th century functionalist masterpieces. Most notably, the UNESCO-listed Villa Tugendhat, a pioneering work of modern architecture. But the true soul of Moravia is found in the sun-drenched hills of South Moravia, the country's premier wine region. Here, the landscape transforms into rolling vineyards dotted with picturesque villages and countless wine cellars, or sklípky. In towns like Mikulov and Znojmo, life revolves around the rhythm of the grape harvest. The local culture is warm and festive, with a rich tradition of folk music, colorful costumes, and a deep love for the excellent white wines produced here. The natural beauty of the Czech Republic is as diverse as its history. In the north, on the border with Germany, lies Bohemian Switzerland National Park, a dramatic wonderland of sandstone rock formations, deep valleys, and pristine forests. Its most iconic feature is the Pravčička Brana, the largest natural sandstone arch in Europe. a breathtaking monument carved by nature itself. A boat ride through the tranquil, moss-covered Edmunds Gorge offers another perspective on this unique landscape. To the east, in Moravia, lies another subterranean wonder, the Moravian Karst. This protected nature reserve is home to a network of over 1,000 caves and gorges. The most famous are the Punkva caves, where visitors can journey by boat on an underground river, emerging into the base of the spectacular Makocha Abyss, a colossal 138-meter-deep gorge. From fairy tale towns to underground rivers, the lands beyond Prague reveal the rich and diverse tapestry of the Czech nation, a country of endless discovery. To truly understand the Czech soul, one must look beyond the magnificent castles and historic cityscapes. One must experience the culture not just through its sights, but through its tastes, its sounds, and its deeply ingrained traditions. The Czech soul is a rich and hearty tapestry, woven from centuries of history, a profound love for the arts, and a passionate, almost religious devotion to the simple pleasures of life. It is found in the lively chatter of a traditional pub, the comforting aroma of a home-cooked meal, and the creative spirit that has produced some of the world's greatest music, art, and literature. At the very heart of this cultural identity lies a golden, effervescent liquid: beer. In the Czech Republic, beer, or pivo, is not merely a drink, it is a national treasure, a cultural institution, and a fundamental part of the social fabric. The country proudly boasts the highest beer consumption per capita in the world, a title it holds not with arrogance, but with a quiet, matter-of-fact certainty. It was in the Bohemian city of Pilsen, in 1842, that a global revolution occurred. It was here that Bavarian brewmaster Josef Groll, using local Saaz hops, soft Pilsen water, and a new method of bottom fermentation, created the world's first pale lager. The result? Pilsner Urquell was a golden, crisp, and brilliantly clear beer that changed the world of brewing forever. Its legacy is the foundation of Czech beer culture. The traditional Czech pub, or hospoda, is the sacred temple of this culture. It is a cornerstone of social life, an unpretentious and democratic space where professors and plumbers, students and seniors gather to talk, debate, relax, and enjoy a perfectly poured pint. There is a certain etiquette to the hospoda. The beer is often served without even being ordered, with the waiter simply placing a fresh mug on your table and marking a tally on a small slip of paper. The quality of the beer is paramount, and a perfectly poured hladinka, a smooth, creamy head of foam that seals in the freshness, is a point of pride for any tapster. While the classic Pilsner remains king, the 21st century has seen a craft beer explosion. Microbreweries have sprung up across the country, experimenting with everything from robust dark porters and hoppy IPAs to wheat beers and fruit-infused ales, adding new and exciting dimensions to the nation's favorite pastime. The culture has even spawned unique experiences like the beer spa, where one can literally bathe in the hoppy brew while enjoying a glass, a quirky testament to the nation's complete devotion to its liquid gold. Complementing the nation's favorite drink is its cuisine, a hearty and satisfying tradition designed to provide comfort, sustenance, and a deep sense of home. Czech food is the ultimate comfort food, characterized by rich, slow-cooked sauces, tender roasted meats, and the ubiquitous knedlik, or dumpling. A classic Czech meal might feature svičkova na smetana, a national treasure consisting of braised beef sirloin marinated and served in a creamy root vegetable sauce, garnished with a dollop of cranberry compote and a swirl of whipped cream. Another staple is goulash, a thick meat stew, richer and less spicy than its Hungarian cousin. Both are invariably served with slices of fluffy bread dumplings, the perfect vehicle for soaking up every last drop of the delicious sauce. While these classics remain beloved, the modern Czech culinary scene is undergoing a renaissance. A new generation of innovative chefs is reinterpreting these traditional dishes with modern techniques and a focus on high literature. The nation's concert halls resonate with the powerful melodies of its great composers. Bedřich Smetana's Má vlast, My Homeland, is a stirring 6-part symphonic poem that paints a vivid musical picture of the country's landscapes, legends, and history, with its Vltava movement being a world-famous ode to the river that flows through Prague. Antonin Dvorak, another national hero, drew inspiration from Bohemian folk music to create symphonies and concertos that are beloved worldwide. From Moravia came the fiercely original voice of Leoš Janáček, whose operas are celebrated for their raw emotional power and psychological depth. This nation of thinkers has also left an indelible mark on world literature. The name most associated with Prague is, of course, Franz Kafka, the German-speaking Jewish writer whose surreal and unsettling tales of bureaucratic absurdity and existential angst perfectly captured the anxieties of the modern age. But the literary tradition runs deeper still, including figures like Milan Kundera, whose novels explore the complexities of life, love, and politics under a totalitarian regime, and Václav Havel, the dissident playwright who became a president, a powerful symbol of how art and intellect can triumph over tyranny. The visual arts are equally celebrated, perhaps best embodied by the work of Alphonse Mucha, a leading figure of the Art Nouveau movement. His elegant and decorative posters, with their flowing lines, intricate floral motifs, and ethereal female figures, define the aesthetic of the Belle Époque and remain a powerful symbol of Czech artistic identity. But an even older and more fundamental craft is that of Bohemian crystal. For centuries, Czech glassmakers have been renowned for their exceptional skill in creating exquisite glassware, chandeliers, and jewelry. This tradition of artistry and craftsmanship, passed down through generations, is a testament to the Czech appreciation for beauty, precision, and quality. This rich cultural life is punctuated by a calendar of vibrant festivals and deeply ingrained folk traditions that connect the people to the changing seasons and their ancient roots. The Christmas markets in Prague's Old Town Square are a magical affair, a wonderland of twinkling lights, wooden stalls, and the scent of mulled wine and roasted chestnuts. Easter is marked by unique and colorful customs, including the hand-painting of intricate patterns on eggs and the playful, symbolic whipping of girls with willow branches to ensure health and fertility. Other unique festivals, like the burning of the witches on the last night of April to welcome spring, or the arrival of St. Nicholas, Mikuláš, accompanied by an angel and a devil in early December, are living traditions that bring communities together. These customs, this food, this art, and this music are and innovative, but always deeply and authentically its own. Beyond the timeless allure of its history and the rich tapestry of its culture, the Czech Republic in 2025 stands as a modern, dynamic, and forward-looking nation. To understand life here today is to look at the practical realities of its thriving economy, the rhythm of its daily routines, and its confident role as an increasingly influential member of the European community. This is a country that has successfully navigated the complex transition from a centrally planned state to a prosperous open-market democracy, and is now shaping its own future with a blend of innovation, pragmatism, and a deep-seated belief in a high quality of life. Economically, the Czech Republic is one of the great success stories of post-communist Europe. Since joining the European Union in 2004, The country has experienced steady growth, low unemployment, and has become one of the most stable and prosperous nations in the region. Its economy is highly industrialized and heavily export-driven, with the automotive industry serving as a major pillar. The iconic Czech brand Škoda, founded in 1895 and now a vital part of the Volkswagen Group, is a source of national pride and a major employer. Its cars seen on roads across the globe. However, the modern Czech economy is rapidly diversifying far beyond traditional manufacturing. The country has cultivated a reputation as a powerhouse in high-tech fields. The IT sector is booming, with both homegrown startups and major international tech giants like Google, Microsoft, and Amazon establishing significant operations here. The city of Brno in particular has earned the nickname the Czech Silicon Valley, a vibrant hub for software development, cybersecurity, and scientific research, fueled by its excellent universities and a talented pool of graduates. The nation is also a quiet leader in highly specialized fields like nanotechnology, electron microscopy, and the development of cutting-edge video games that are played by millions worldwide. This economic dynamism provides opportunities, attracts foreign investment, and contributes to a palpable sense of optimism about the future. This prosperity is coupled with a lifestyle that places a high value on balance and well-being. The daily life of a typical Czech citizen is often less frantic than in many other Western nations. The workday tends to start and end earlier, reflecting a culture that believes life is for living, not just for working. This philosophy is perhaps best encapsulated by the Czech word pohoda, a term with no direct English equivalent, but which describes a state of relaxed, easygoing contentment and a stress-free attitude. This pursuit of pohoda is evident in the way Czechs spend their leisure time. There is a profound national love for the outdoors. On weekends, city dwellers flock to the countryside to their chati or country cottages, a tradition that provides a vital nature. Hiking, cycling, mushroom foraging in the autumn, and skiing in the winter are not just hobbies, but are integral parts of the national lifestyle, facilitated by one of the world's densest networks of marked hiking trails. One of the most appealing aspects of life in the Czech Republic in 2025 remains its relatively low cost of living, especially when compared to its Western European neighbors. While Prague is the most expensive city, it still offers a significantly more affordable lifestyle than cities like Paris, London, or Berlin. Housing is the largest expense, but rents and property prices, while rising, are still within reach for many. The true value becomes apparent in daily expenses. Groceries, especially fresh produce from local farmers markets, are reasonably priced. A three-course lunch menu at a local restaurant can often be found for the price of a single sandwich in other capitals. And of course, the famously low price of beer means that socializing is accessible to everyone. This affordability, combined with a high quality of life, excellent public safety, and a comprehensive public healthcare and education system, makes the Czech Republic an incredibly attractive place to live. This compelling combination has not gone unnoticed by the international community. In recent years, Prague and Brno have solidified their reputations as major hubs for expatriates, digital nomads, and international students. The country's central location, vibrant culture, and professional opportunities have drawn a diverse and talented global population. This influx has created a cosmopolitan atmosphere, with a wide array of international schools, businesses, and cultural communities. While the Czechs are rightfully proud of their own language and culture, they are generally welcoming to outsiders, and English is widely spoken in business circles and among the younger generation, making it a relatively easy country for foreigners to navigate and build a life in. Of course, modern life is not without its challenges. The nation, like much of Europe, is grappling with an aging population, which places pressure on its social and healthcare systems. It faces the ongoing task of reducing its energy dependency on fossil fuels, and is actively investing in renewable sources and nuclear power to secure its energy future. There are also continuous debates about its role within the European Union, with the Czech people often displaying a healthy skepticism towards centralized authority, a trait perhaps born from their long history of foreign rule. Yet the overwhelming sentiment is one of commitment to the European project, recognizing the immense benefits of stability, free trade, and cultural exchange it has brought. The Czech Republic in 2025 is a nation that is clear-eyed about its challenges, but confident in its ability to meet them. A modern and pragmatic country building a prosperous and open future at the very heart of Europe. While the Czech Republic's identity is deeply intertwined with its ancient castles and rich cultural traditions, there is another, equally powerful force that has shaped this nation. A relentless spirit of innovation, ingenuity, and entrepreneurship. This is a land of thinkers, inventors, and problem solvers. A nation whose quiet contributions to science and technology have had a global impact. In 2025, this inventive spirit is more vibrant than ever, driving the country's modern economy and positioning it as a key player in the future of technology. This legacy of ingenuity is not a new phenomenon. It is woven into the very fabric of Czech history. Many are surprised to learn that some of the everyday objects we take for granted have their origins in this small Central European nation. It was the Czech chemist Otto Wichterle who, in 1961, working on a makeshift apparatus built from a children's construction set in his own kitchen, invented the soft contact lens. A creation that would go on to improve the vision of hundreds of millions of people worldwide. The simple sugar cube, a staple in coffeehouses across the globe, was also a Czech invention, patented in the 1840s. This practical, problem-solving mindset, the ability to see a challenge and devise a clever, elegant solution, is a defining characteristic of the Czech spirit. Today, this spirit is fueling a technological renaissance. The country has emerged as a formidable hub for research and development, particularly in the fields of IT, cybersecurity, and advanced engineering. The city of Brno, the nation's second largest, has firmly established itself as the Czech Silicon Valley. It is a dynamic ecosystem where major international corporations like IBM, Oracle, and Honeywell work alongside a thriving community of homegrown startups, all fueled by the talent graduating from the city's prestigious technical universities. The city is a world leader in electron microscopy, producing a significant portion of the world's supply of these powerful scientific instruments that are essential for research in medicine, materials science, and nanotechnology. The Czech creative spirit has also found a powerful outlet in the global video game industry. This is the birthplace of some of the world's most innovative and successful games. Prague-based studio Bohemia Interactive created the groundbreaking military simulation series Arma, celebrated for its realism and vast open-world environments. More recently, the virtual reality rhythm game Beat Saber, a global phenomenon that has defined the VR gaming experience for millions, was born from a small, independent studio in Prague. These are not just commercial successes. They are examples of how Czech creativity, technical skill, and a flair for originality are making a significant mark on modern digital culture. Furthermore, the country is at the forefront. Surprise that Czech experts are now leading the charge in protecting the digital world. Companies like Avast and AVG, both founded in the Czech Republic, have become global leaders in antivirus software, protecting billions of devices from digital threats. This focus on security and data protection has made the country a trusted partner for international businesses and governments alike. What is perhaps most remarkable about this spirit of innovation is that it exists in harmony with the nation's deep respect for its past. It is not a case of the new replacing the old, but rather of a seamless integration. You will find cutting-edge tech startups housed in beautifully restored 19th-century buildings, and brilliant software engineers who spend their weekends hiking in ancient forests or enjoying a traditional beer in a centuries-old pub. This balance is key to the modern Czech identity. A nation that can produce world-class nanotechnology while cherishing the craft of handmade Bohemian crystal. A people who can write complex code for global audiences while passionately upholding the folk traditions of their ancestors. This unique ability to look forward without ever losing sight of where they come from is the true genius of the Czech spirit, and it is this spirit that is confidently building the nation's future. As our journey through the Czech Republic comes to a close, we are left with a profound appreciation for a country that is so much more than the sum of its beautiful parts. It is a nation that wears its complex history with a quiet dignity, where the echoes of kings and composers, reformers and revolutionaries resonate not as a burden, but as a deep and enduring source of strength and identity. From the ethereal golden spires of Prague Castle to the sun-drenched vineyards of Moravia, from the hearty warmth of a traditional hospoda to the forward-thinking dynamism of its modern economy, the Czech Republic has revealed itself to be a land of captivating contrasts and profound depth. This is a country that invites you to lose yourself in the labyrinthine cobblestone streets of its medieval towns, to stand in silent awe of the architectural masterpieces that have defied the ravages of time, and to reflect on the very nature of existence in the haunting, bone-adorned chapel of Sedlec. It is a place that engages all the senses. The crisp, satisfying taste of a perfectly poured Pilsner, the stirring sound of Smetana's Vltava echoing in a grand concert hall, the breathtaking sight of 1,000 red roofs from a castle viewpoint, and the palpable feeling of a millennium of history beneath your feet. It is a land that speaks to the intellect through its rich literary and scientific heritage, and to the soul through its art, its music, and its deep, abiding connection to the natural world. In the year 2025, the Czech Republic stands as a powerful testament to the concept of resilience. This is a nation that has been across armies, a prize for empires, and a pawn in the great ideological struggles of the 20th century. It has endured occupation, oppression, and the suppression of its identity. Yet, through it all, it has never lost its essential character. It has navigated the turbulent currents of European history to emerge with grace and determination as a confident, prosperous, and deeply democratic nation. It proudly preserves its unique Slavic language, its rich culture, and its cherished traditions, all while embracing its role as a dynamic and fully integrated member of the European family. Perhaps the most enduring quality of the Czech people is a spirit that is at once pragmatic and poetic. It is reflected in their famous dark-humored wit, a coping mechanism honed over centuries of adversity. It is found in their quiet, understated patriotism, a love for their homeland that is felt deeply but rarely shouted from the rooftops. And it is embodied in the cherished philosophy of pohoda, that uniquely Czech pursuit of a relaxed, easygoing contentment. A reminder that life's greatest pleasures are often found in the simple moments. A walk in the forest, a shared meal with family, a good beer with friends. The Czech Republic's allure is timeless, attracting not just tourists in search of beauty, but also individuals from every corner of the globe seeking a high quality of life, professional opportunity, and a connection to something authentic and meaningful. It is a nation that has mastered the delicate art of balancing the old with the new, creating a society where history, culture, and modern life do not simply coexist, but actively enrich one another in a beautiful and harmonious dance. This is not just a hidden gem of Europe. It is a shining beacon at its very heart, a destination that captivates the mind, inspires the soul, and leaves an indelible mark on all who visit. It is a country that doesn't just show you its past, it invites you to feel its living, breathing present. and to share in the promise of its bright and hopeful future.